gumawa ngayon ng ano ha, in fairness, mag-research at saka gumawa ng PPT. So, hopefully, okay, hopefully, hindi pa, kaya ayoko pa rin mag-commit, pero na-commit ko na yung Wednesday, di ba? But hopefully, makakaya ko ng, ano, soon, okay? So, okay, can you say start, please? We can start, ano po tayo? Good eve! Ma'am, ano po name ng FB? Yung pa rin po, yan po, Gurography. Sa lahat po yan sa Blue App, yun nasabi ko na naman yung pangalan ng Blue App. Sa Blue App, tapos andun po yung MacBoards natin. Yung Red and Black App, doon nyo po panoorin yung mga recorded videos natin. Ayan. Oh, TLE. Okay. It's okay. Ma'am, sa TLE ay sa Gened at Prof Ed, marami po ako dun sa sa Black and Red. Panoorin niyo po lahat 'yun. Especially yung first four videos ko na lumabas nung SPLE at 5 videos ko na lumabas nung September 2025. Okay? 'Yun na. Tiyagain mo na 'yun, ma'am. 'Yun. Tapos magpo-post pa ako ng nag-post pa ako ng 2 videos for Gen Ed na huling pabaon. Okay, hello everybody! Yan, kabado na ako. Sabi sana tuloy-tuloy. Yeah, oo nga. Oo nga. Okay, alright, so let's start. Okay, let's start. So, once again, this is Gurography po. Okay, yung mga bago ba dito, ako po si Miss Karen Faye. Okay, so top 4 ako sa SPLE, June 2025. Alright, so social science po tayo. Okay, ayan. So, ayun nga po, nasabi ko, ito po yung huling pabaon ko. So, natapos ko na po tong the basic dun sa sa Gen Ed. So, pwede nyo pong balikan doon sa Red and Black app. Okay, na-post ko na rin po yung the Think Twice Zone. Okay, yung medyo mas mahirap naman siya ng konti. Okay, actually 3 dapat yan yung mind benders, pero hindi na kaya ng oras ko. Okay, so ang ine-next ko na soon is yung social science majorship muna. Okay, kasi alright, sa mga enrollees, sa mga naka-enrollees. Okay, alright, so of course recall round tayo yung mga andito last time. Okay, pero yung first na na question ko is wala dun sa pero nasa quiz kasi namin hindi ko pala nasama. Okay, so yan. So taboo, okay, originated from which language? Okay, is it Polynesian or Malay? Okay, oh my god, hindi ko pala nalagyan ng Bigyan ko kayo ng 5 seconds. Good evening everyone, sabi ni Sir Rodolfo. Sana nga marami pa daw yung mga provinces na hindi talaga natuloy ang ay wala pang ilaw. Okay? So, taboo originated from which language? Is it Polynesian or Malay? Okay, Malay ko ba? Alright. Okay. Please share our live, please. Tapos paki-heart. Alam mo yung mag-tap. Ganon. Okay. So, ano pa yung sagot niya yan? Okay. Very good. Yeah. So, it is Polynesian. Okay. So, galing daw siya sa word na tapu. Okay, T-A-P-U. Ewan ko lang kung makikita nyo, tapu. Okay, which means prohibited or forbidden. Okay, very good. Okay, so recall round na talaga to. Okay, ito na yung naaral natin last time. Who coined the concept of participant observation? Okay, is it Edward C. Lindemann or Bronislaw Malinowski? Okay, so pwede nyong mga tipong EC, ganon. Si Edward Lindemann, EL pala. Tapos si Bronislaw Malinowski is BM. Oh, diba? Okay, coined. Okay, coined. Sino po? Who coined? Sabi niya. Okay. You forgot. Diba, ang nag-develop, yung question ko last time is who developed? Si Bronislaw Malinowski, diba? Kasi doon ginamit niya doon sa sa island, diba? Yung niya, yung yung studies niya, 'di ba? Pero yung nag-coin talaga noon is si Edward C. Lindemann. Pero ang question ko kasi last time is who developed, okay, 'di ba? Pero binanggit ko po doon na sinami ko si Edward C. Lindemann kasi siya yung nag-coin. Okay? Yan, ganyan. Alright. So, tandaan, okay? Edward, may pera si Edward, okay? Coin. Coin. Siya yung nag-coin. Alright. Next, marriage outside one's own group is called endogamy or exogamy. Okay? Endo or exo. Okay? Endo or exo. Okay. Sorry. Ano pala yan? Okay? Endo or exo. Endo or exo. Okay. Social science po. Social science po tayo. Okay. Asan na? Okay. Very good. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, di ba ang sabi natin, pag endo is indoor, di ba? Sa loob. Okay, pag exo, exit. Okay, very good. Perfect kayo dyan. Okay, ito naman. Culture must be studied as a system of connected meanings. Okay, is it structuralist or functionalist? Okay, is it ay, nako, sorry. Okay, is it functionalist or structuralist, okay? Sabi niya connected meanings, okay? So hindi isolated, okay? Pag halimbawa, 'di ba, sabi ko sa kasal, pag nakita niya yung ring, hindi naman niya tinitingnan yung ring, hindi niya tinitingnan yung bridal car, hindi niya tinitingnan yung bride na isa-isa, okay? Pinag-iisa niya doon para maisip niya na yun ay isang kasal, parang yon. Okay? Naku, na-RR na naman tayo. Diyos ko, Lord, wala pa akong sinasabi. Okay. Alright, you are very good. Perfect kayo dyan. Yeah, so, structuralist. Very good. Kasi yung functionalist, di ba, yung mga different institution daw, they must work together, okay, para mapaganda yung buhay, okay, para mag-survive tayong lahat. Okay, very good. Okay, perfect. Alright, next. Which river is claimed to be a commercially important artery flowing through Manila? Okay, akala ko perfect ko na inang beses kong chinekto. Is it Pasig River or Marikina River? Alright, is it Pasig? Hulaan ko muna, ma'am, since it's my first, yeah, okay, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Hula-hula muna, it's okay. Yan. Ba't na naman ako na RR? Wala naman akong sinabi. Ay, nako. Yan na naman tayo. Alright. Okay. Okay. Very good. Yes, it's Pasig River. Yes, kasi ang Marikina ay isang, ano na yung word natin kahapo ay nung last time? Ang Marikina ay the net of Pasig River. Ano na yung tawag doon? Yun, yung pagmaliit na na galing dun sa malaking body of water, tapos paliit siya. Ano na yung, it starts with letter T? Starts with letter T? Ano po yun? Ano po yan? It is, at ayaw nyo talagang manghula. Okay. It is a tributary. Okay? Alright. Tributary pa. Pag water is tributary, di ba? Yan. So, pag malaking body of water, tapos yung parang pakanal-kanal na siya, parang ganon, palit ng palit, that's called tributary. So, Marikina River is a tributary of Pasig River. Alright. Next. Okay. So, tapos na tayo yon. Okay. So, kinunti ko lang yung, yung recall round natin, kasi inaral naman natin last time, kasi marami akong question ngayon. Okay. So, aabot siguro tayo ng 60. Okay. Tributary. Okay. Tributary. Okay, alright. So, governance and politics. So, tawag doon, ang focus po nito is governance and politics. Okay, so ibig sabihin, mas marami po ang question ngayon this week na ano about governance and politics. Okay, nasa 15 siguro ako. And then the rest of the questions is ano na siya, nahati-hati na siya. Okay, sa different fields. All right. So prisoners from city jails nationwide are complaining about the detention rooms they occupy. What does the Philippine Constitution prescribe regarding penal facilities? Okay, A, well-ventilated and fully furnished rooms. B, state-of-the-art penal facilities. C, penal facilities not under subhuman conditions. And D, fully air-conditioned rooms. Okay? So, lagay po nyo yung number, please, para hindi tayo ma-RR. Number 1, lagay nyo po, ganyan. Hello, Ma'am Ira, it's so good to see you. Ngayon lang po, kayo naka-join. Okay, so ilagay nyo po yung number, please. Okay, wow, perfect kayo dyan. Okay, yes. Okay, so penal facilities not under subhuman conditions. Okay, so kahit hindi naman natin alam kung ano yung nakalagay sa Philippine Constitution, syempre alam naman natin hindi naman kailangan, pwede pa siguring well-ventilated pero fully furnished rooms. Ay, sa mga ano lang yan. Ayaw na mag-comment doon. Alright, state of the art. Okay, alam natin, pag state of the art, bongga yon, hindi pwede yon. Fully air-conditioned rooms, hindi rin pwede. Okay? Yes, okay. So, thank you, darling. Okay. Yan, dinala ko na ako ng food kasi hindi pa ako kumakain. Alright, yeah. So, but nakalagay talaga sa Article 3, okay, sa Bill of Rights natin, yan, Section 19, nakalagay dyan. Okay? Yan. So, hindi ko nababasahin, ha. Kasi ipopost ko naman yung PDF. Alright? So, para basahin, linagay ko lang yan para basahin nyo. Okay, pero nakalagay dyan. Sabi, the use of substandard or inadequate penal facilities under subhuman conditions shall be dealt with by law. Sabi niya. Ayan. Ayan. Okay. Ay, yung mga PDF, yung PDF is sa mga naka-enroll lang po pala ha. Sorry. Okay. Mag-join po. Mag-join. Sige lang, PM nyo lang po ako. Okay, so free naman tayo sa GenEd at saka ProfEd. Ito lang ang may bayad, yung social science. Okay? Tsaka kahit free tayo sa ProfEd at GenEd, hindi po siya done haphazardly. Okay? Pinag-iisipan ko din po yung rini-research ko din po yung Alright, number 2. If you agree that the United States is a neo-colonial and imperialist state due to its broad political, economic, and cultural influence, what could be your response? Okay, A, yes, the U.S. has colonies such as Guam and Puerto Rico. B, no, this relationship is productive, liberal, and progressive. C, yes, the U.S. is an imperial power. And D, yes, the U.S. dominates political affairs. Okay. Actually, ang original na question niya dito is, do you agree? Okay. Pero pinalitan ko na lang ng if you agree. Okay. Kasi parang mas yun yung tamang pagkatanong nang ialam sa tanong. Okay. Pero pag nakita nyo to na do you agree, ganyan, the same din po yan. Okay. Ayan, the same. Alright. Okay. Okay, alright. Alright, may nag-A, may nag-C. Okay, so ang answer natin dito is, saan na yun? Hala, hindi na nag-move. Okay, so ang answer natin dito ay letter C. Okay, so ipapaliwanag ko. Okay, ang neo-colonialism ngayon is, ang tawag ngayon sa modern imperialism. Okay, so noon, ang imperialism, di ba, is talagang directly, okay, and kino-colonize ng mga malalakas na bansa ang mga ibang other nations, 'di ba? So, ngayon hindi na uso 'yan, 'di ba? Ang uso na ngayon is neo-colonialism. Okay? Ang neo-colonialism is indirect rule. Okay, indirect rule. Okay, so sabihin natin, okay, letter D, yes, the US dominates political affairs. Hindi po, mali po yun. Kasi, ang neo-colonialism is, hindi lang siya political affairs. Okay, mamaya explain ko yan. Okay. Letter B, no, this relationship is productive, liberal, and progressive. Yan ang kabaliktaran naman po ng neo-colonial. Okay, or neo-colonialism. Okay, ito naman, A, number A, letter A, yes, the US has colonies such as Guam and Puerto Rico. Okay, tama din naman yan noon, 'di ba? Ang sinasabi natin ngayon ay neo-colonialism. Okay? So, ngayon, hindi na po siya colony anyway. Yung Guam and Puerto Rico, hindi na po siya colony ng US ngayon. Okay? It's a territory na siya. Okay? And that is why the yes po, yes, iba, nakita ko po 'yon. Kaya sinama ko po 'to na iba-iba yung sagot niyan, okay? But for me, it's letter C, okay? Kasi it directly answers yung ano na neo-colonialism and imperialist state. Yes, the US is an imperial power, okay? Kahit na there's a difference of imperialism, okay? Ang imperialism, sabi ko nga, is direct. Ang neo-colonialism is indirect, 'di ba? Pero ang neo-colonialism din is what we call modern imperialism. So tama pa rin yung sagot na yes, the US is in an imperial power. Ang A, hindi po talaga tama para sa akin yan kasi unang-una, hindi na po siya colony ngayon. Guam and Puerto Rico, as I have said, are territories na po siya. Okay? Yan. Okay. And neo-colonialism nga yung tinatanong ngayon, which is indirect. Okay. Ito naman, yan. So, ang neo-colonialism is hindi na yung talagang kinolonize mo, di ba? But it is an indirect control or influence. And ito, okay? So, ito siya. It's either economic pressure, di ba? Yung ginagawa ng US minsan, di ba? Political influence, o yan, ginawa din ng US sa atin yan. Cultural dominance and military presence. Okay, ganyan. Okay, so yan yung mga way ng neo-colonialism. Alright? Number 3, in the Bill of Rights, what is the status of laissez-faire or unrestricted freedom of individuals under the law? Okay, A, it applies to disadvantaged individuals. B, it applies to all citizens. C, it is given to marginalized groups. And D, it is no longer applicable. Alright? Yes, meron talaga yung mga ganun, yung iba-iba yung sagot ng ibang RC. Yan. So, syempre, kami, nag-guide kami and then, kayo na din yung mag-research. Okay? Pero, kaming mga study buddies din noon, yung sagot talaga namin dyan is letter C. Okay? Alright? Very good. Yes. Okay? So, alam naman natin. Okay? Ano ba yung laissez-faire? Okay? Laissez-faire is lesser control ng government, okay? So, hindi talaga pwede yan, yung unrestricted freedom, 'di ba? Hindi talaga pwede sa atin yan, especially naman dito sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? Nare-regulate nga tayo yan. Ganyan. At saka, unang-una, alam natin na it is given to marginalized groups, so that's discrimination naman, 'di ba? Yan. At saka, even yung letter A, ganyan. Nagkagulo talaga tayo. Yes, magkakagulo talaga pag laissez-faire. Okay, it does not apply. Alright. Okay, so ito naman. So, yan. Sa mga bago dito, mahilig po ako maglagay ng additional info kasi hindi natin alam. The phrase laissez-faire originates from which group of early French economists who advocated for a free market economy? Okay, so physiocrats or mercantilists? Okay, so P or M? Okay, P or M. Yan. So, yung mga gustong mag-enroll sa aking social science majorship, it's just 249. Ang mura-mura na, okay? Ang dami nyo pang perks. Tanungin nyo si Sir Hennessy kasi andito sa TikTok kung happy siya. Alright. Okay. Mercantilism na lang po. Okay. Alright. So, let's see. So, ang sagot po natin dyan ay physiocrats. Okay, but this is also bago ha. Bago din sa akin to. Nung nagbabasa lang ako dito sa tanong na to, tsaka ako nakita to. So, dinagdag ko. So, it's okay. Kung hindi nyo nakuha, it's fine. Okay? Yan. So, physiocrats. Ang mga physiocrats, sila talaga yung naniniwala sa free market economy at naniniwala sila sa kasabihan. Okay? Naniniwala sila na yayaman ng isang nation via agriculture. Okay? Yan. Yes po. Okay, and ang mercantilist naman, okay, naniniwala sila na yayaman ang isang bansa pag pinarami natin yung gold and silver. O, yan. Okay? Ayan, aristocrats. Ako nga din, ngayon ko lang nalaman yung physiocrats. Okay. Alright. Next. Okay, meron pa tayong pa-bonus question. Okay, di ba yung laissez-faire is laging connected yan kay Adam Smith. Okay, yan. So, who among them is not a physiocrat? Okay, A, Francois Quesnoy. Na-SS na. Ay nako, na-RR na naman tayo. Hopefully, wala naman akong ginagawa. TikTok, huwag niyo naman akong ganyan. B. Adam Smith. C. Anne Robert Jacques Turgot. And D. Pierre Samuel Dupont de Nemours. Okay, Diyos ko Lord. Ano daw ang sabi niya? Okay. You are welcome po. Masaya po ako na nagbibigay ng mga new information kasi marami pa rin talagang lalabas na new information sa Alright? Sino ang hindi? Okay, who among them is not a physiocrat? Okay? Okay. Alright, so let's reveal. Ang answer niyan ay si Adam Smith. Okay, so congratulations din sa nakakuha. Okay. 'Di ba? Sige, balikan natin ha. Balikan natin. 'Di ba sinadya ko talaga linagay diyan yung French. 'Di ba? Yan yung French, ganyan. Okay, so balikan natin. Yan. 'Di ba? Yung mga pangalan ng mga yan French. Okay? So obviously, si Adam Smith ay hindi French. Okay? Kung napanood nyo dati yung isang question ko, yung lumabas ng SPLE na Scottish si Adam Smith. Okay? So that is why nasasabi ko nga lagi, 'di ba, na minsan kahit hindi mo alam yung sagot dun sa tanong, tapos parang pinagpatche-patche mo kung ano yung mga nabasa-basa mo ganyan, makakakuha ka. Okay? Parang yung lumabas noon na Pavarotti at saka Pavarotti tsaka sino na yon yung sa symphony. Okay, so nakuha ko yon dahil inisip ko yung niya, inisip ko yung how do you call that? Yung nationality nila. Yan. Okay. Pero 'di ba, pwede ka talagang mabudol kay Adam Smith kasi siya yung kilala sa laissez-faire. Okay? So 'yon. Okay, number 4. What is the primary core value sought by sovereign nations? Okay, A, freedom, B, progress, C, peace, and D, wealth. Okay? D, wealth. Yes. He's Scottish. Okay. Malala ko nung ginawa ko ng video, sabi ko, ay, Scottish pala si Adam Smith, sabi ko pa. Okay, very good. Okay, yes, of course. 'Di ba? Kasi alam naman natin ang sovereign nation is yung right of a state, okay, or a country to govern its own, okay, without influence or pakialam ng mga ibang nation, okay? And that is of course freedom. Okay, very good. Yes. Yes. Very good. So andun na talaga yung sagot dun sa tanong. Okay. Which of the following is not included in the pardoning powers of the president? Okay. A, remitting fines and forfeitures. Okay. B, granting pardon in election cases. C, granting reprieves. And D, commuting penalties. Okay. Number 5 na po tayo. Salamat po sa nag-share. At saka kahit na-RR tayo, at least hindi tayo bumabagsak sa sa 10. Kasi pag once na-RR tayo, bagsak na tayo agad sa sa 10. Yan. Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, alright. It's okay po. Kung mali po kayo, okay lang. Dati din po akong mali-mali. Okay, ang importante, matututo tayo dito. Okay, and ang answer natin ay letter B. Okay, yes. So, tama naman na nakakapag-remit siya ng fines and forfeitures. Tama po yon. Okay? Yan. So, post-granting reprieves. Of course, alam natin yan. Yung kasama yan sa clemency niya. At saka, commuting penalties. Yes. Okay? Itong granting pardon in election cases, okay, hinanap ko na ng hinanap talaga. Alam ko naman na pag election cases sa COMELEC talaga siya, 'di ba? Pero hinanap ko kung meron ba talagang makaka-pardon ng election cases. Okay? So far, ang nakita ko wala. Okay, even the president, COMELEC wala. Nobody can grant pardon pagdating sa election cases. All right. Okay, so ito yung alam naman natin, Article 7 yung Executive Department. Okay, so andito sa Section 19, okay, dito, alright? Sa Section 19 yung mga powers ng powers ng president. Okay? Yan. And wala talaga yung election cases. Okay? So, basahin ko lang. Sabi niya, the president may grant reprieve, commutation, and pardons. Okay? And remit fines and forfeiture. Okay? After conviction by final judgment. Okay, so even if ka pa, right? And then he can also grant amnesty with the concurrence of the majority of all the members of the Congress. Okay, so yung amnesty is hindi siya lang. Okay, dapat may concurrence ng majority of the Congress. Okay. Number 6, in a genuine republic, who is the sovereign ruler? Okay, marking elected officials only civil servants. Okay, so servant lang yung mga elected officials. Okay, hindi sila Diyos. Alright, may hugot. A, the 3 branches of government. B, the people. C, prime minister. And D, president. Okay. Okay. Alright. Ang gagaling. Ang gagaling nyo. Okay. Alright. Yes. Yes. Okay. Very good. So, of course, letter B. Okay. So, nakalagay din naman talaga sa Article 2. Diba? Yan. Gusto ko lang kasi hinahanap. Gusto ko kasi may proof tayo. Okay. So, sa Article 2, yan. Nakalagay, sovereignty resides in the people. Okay? But, kahit hindi mo alam yan, ano ba yung genuine republic? Okay? Di ba yung genuine republic is Pilipino? People pa rin yung nagde-decide, di ba? Nagse-select lang sila ng representative. Okay? That is still democracy, di ba? Republican democracy. Yan. So, of course, the people. Yan. Okay, so that is parang that is the how do you call that? Difference ng direct democracy, okay, sa Republican. Okay, na RR na naman tayo. Bakit po? Okay, dahil ba may conviction ako yung pagkasabi ko ng yan, okay. So direct democracy is tao mismo yung di ba, nagde-decide. Yung Republican democracy naman is nag-choose tayo ng representatives, and that's why we elect them. Alright. Ito. What is the primary core value sought by, sorry, naulit ko pala to. Ba't ko nalagay yan? Alright. Tama ba? Naulit ko ba yon? Yes, naulit ko yan. Alright, number 7. Which reason was given by the Duterte administration for the proposed shift to federalism? Okay, A, to eliminate dynasties. B, for local government to get a greater share in revenue. C, to extend the president's term. Or D, to strengthen political parties. Okay, so, yung pag naglalagay ako ng mga question na ganito or mga info na mga ganyan-ganyan, okay, so, hopefully is, walang mag-iisip na pro-Duterte ako or pro-BBM ako, ganon, okay? So, kung meron man akong political, affiliation, political idea or political conviction ko, hindi po ako, para isabihin ko dito, okay? Kasi may nang-away kasi sa akin one time dahil dahil sa information na, okay. Right? Okay, of course. Yes. So, kahit hindi naman natin alam, you are very good. Letter B, tumatawa si Sir Hennessy. Nabasa niya yun. Yung away namin doon. Okay. Yan. So, kahit hindi naman natin alam, 'di ba, kung ano yung reason talaga ng Duterte administration. Pero, tingnan nyo pa rin yung federalism. Okay? So, 'di ba, para sa US, 'di ba, hati-hati, there are 50 states. Okay? That is federalism. Decentralized sila. Okay? So, yun ang gusto po ng Duterte administration. Okay? So, ano pa yung purpose ng federalism in the first place? Of course, para hindi na, pag federalism kasi, kung ano yung income mo, sa'yo na yon, di ba? Hindi mo na kailangang isubmit sa national government. Okay? I mean, there's a part, okay, na hindi mo kailangang isubmit yon. Ganon. Yes, okay. Yan, kaya may greater share ka. Okay. Number 8. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Okay, A, the Vice President may be appointed as a cabinet member. B, the Vice President has the same qualifications as the President. C, in case of death of the President, the Vice President acts as President. And C, the Vice President may not be re-elected. Okay. Ano pa yung sagot natin dyan? Ang galing, ang galing, ang galing, ang galing. Ay nako, I'm really praying na na magtatap kayo, okay? Alright, okay, of course. Okay, so, pagtingin mo pa lang yan, di ba? Kahit hindi mo alam hindi mo alam yung A to C, alam na natin, di ba, na yung president, nare-re-elect siya. Okay, meron silang, pwede silang mare-elect twice, okay? Second term, pang second term. Okay, ganyan. Okay. At saka alam natin, the vice president may be appointed as a cabinet member. Okay, 'di ba nga yung ating VP is siya? Is sa DepEd siya dati, 'di ba? Yan. So ang cabinet member pala is sila yung parang secretaries ng mga different departments, okay? DepEd, DILG, DOST, yun ang sa cabinet member. Letter B, tama yun. In case of death of the president, yes, vice president. Okay. Sige, question ko lang. Paano kung wala ulit yung vice president? Sino nang susunod? Wala yung president, wala yung vice president. Sino yung susunod? Lumalabas din po yon. Okay? Sino ang susunod? Okay. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Okay, after that, paano kung wala ulit? Paano kung wala? Sino yung susunod? Okay, so President, Vice President, Senate President, sino yung susunod? Ayan. Sino? Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, yes, House Speaker or Speaker of the House. Okay. And then, alam nyo ba kilala nyo ba si Sutherland, si Kiefer Sutherland, yung movie niya, na na bomba lahat yung hindi siya, series siya. Okay, so nabomba lahat, namatay lahat yung president, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos siya yung parang yun, may title yun. Napanood nyo ba yun? Napanood nyo yun? Tapos, napanood ko yun matagal na. And then, akala ko hindi siya legal term or something. And then, nabanggit ngayon yun, nag-aaway-away na dito sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? May nagbanggit doon. 'Di ba? Nakita nyo 'yon? Ay nabanggit doon na parang pag nawala yung tapos parang siya yung survivor, alam nyo 'yon? 'Yon, it's a legal term pala. Okay? It's called the designated survivor. Okay? So, ang meaning pala ng designated survivor is hindi yung nag-survive siya. Hindi. Parang ang meaning ng designated survivor is kapag halimbawa kailangang yung apat na yun, President, Vice President, Speaker of the House, Senate President, kung kailangan nilang may meeting at andun sila lahat, may isang tao and they call him designated survivor na dapat may safety siya. Okay? So in case mangyari man doon, then meron pa ring tatayong leader ang isang country. Okay? And that is called the designated survivor. Okay? And napanood ko yon dati na series ni Kiefer Sutherland. Ayan. Okay. Number 9. Mr. Park, a naturalized Filipino at age 21, wants to run for Congress. Okay. Can he? Oh, di ba? A, no, because he is underage and naturalized. B, yes, because he is a citizen. C, no, because naturalized citizens are disqualified to run for Congress. And D, yes, because he was naturalized before running. Okay. Yes, yung Olympus Has Fallen. Yes, yes. Ang ganda no, ng movie na yon. Olympus Has Fallen. I love that. Yan. Ano yun? Sequel yun ng The White House Has Fallen. Alright, very good. Yes. Okay, so, ang sagot niya ay no because natural citizens are disqualified to run for Congress. Okay? Pero, di ba, Pero 'di ba, ang nakalagay sa constitution natin is ano, ang hindi lang pwede ang explicit na nakalagay na hindi pwede yung natural is from president hanggang Congress, 'di ba? Pero sa local, hindi na talaga explicitly na nakalagay na hindi pwede ang naturalize. Okay? So isipin niyo 'yon. Okay? Pero tingnan niyo po, ang nakalagay din kasi dito is Congress. Kaya automatic na hindi. Hindi pwede kasi naturalize siya. Okay? So ulitin ko, kapag Congress, President at Vice President tsaka President, automatic, explicit na nakalagay sa Constitution natin, hindi pwede yung naturalize. Okay, so from governor pababa, hindi naman nakalagay na kailangan natural born, hindi nakalagay. Okay, so isipin nyo po yun, kasi pag lumabas man yun, at least alam nyo, may idea kayo. Alright? Okay. Number 10. What element makes China less totalitarian than it was during the Maoist regime? Okay, A. Denial of the right to assembly. B. Acceptance of capitalism in industry and trade. C. Enforcement by secret police. And D. Reliance on surveillance technology. Okay, so i-share ko pa hanggang 15 lang po ha. And then, i-cut na natin. Alright? So, and then, if you gusto nyo pang mag-enroll, please message me. Okay? And then, right after this live ko, kakausapin ko po kayo. Alright? So, matapos siguro yung live ko mga 12:30. Okay? Okay. Alright, very good. Yes. So, alam naman natin ng meaning ng totalitarian, 'di ba? Ang totalitarian is, 'di ba? Kinokontrol lahat. 'Di ba? So, ang isipin lang doon, kasi ganyan talaga yung mga tanong, 'di ba? Ang daming kwento, pero tignan mo lang naman talaga yung yung pinaka-gist niya, 'di ba? So sabi niya, ang totalitarian is kinokontrol. So less totalitarian. O so saan diyan ang less totalitarian? Of course, letter B. Okay, 'di ba yung kasi A, C, and D, okay, is elements siya ng totalitarian government. All right? Okay. And number 11, in the judicial system, which statement is true? Okay, A, Supreme Court members can be impeached without cause. Okay, B, justices of the Supreme Court are elected officials. C, the Supreme Court shall be beyond criticism. And D, the Supreme Court has authority to appoint all its officials and employees. Okay. Hala, ba't kayo... Ala. Okay. Parang tama naman yung na-input ko Parang tama naman yung na-input ko sa sa quiz. Okay, so i-check ko yung quiz. Okay, so ang sagot po niyan ay letter C. Okay, letter C. Okay, so nakita ko na, sure na to, letter A and letter B, sure of course. Sure na, mali. Okay, ito naman, the judicial court has authority to appoint all its officials and employees. Mali po, kasi yung members ng Supreme Court hanggang sa lower court, ang nag-a-appoint lang po dyan ay presidente. Okay. Ito naman kasi, itong the Supreme Court shall be beyond criticism. Okay, actually, ang pino-point out niya dyan is yung judicial independence. Okay, not necessarily na criticism talaga. Okay, it is, meron kasi silang parang pinaka-core nila yung judicial independence. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi nangingialam ang executive at legislative sa judicial, okay? Para magawa nila yung trabaho nila, okay? They don't put influence, okay? Yan yung meaning ng judicial independence. And yan yung pino-point out niya dun sa sinasabi niya na the Supreme Court shall be beyond criticism, okay? Yung letter D kasi, kahit ano pa man din yung letter D, hindi po talaga pwede yan. Kasi ang nag-appoint po sa Supreme Court hanggang sa lower courts is president only, okay? Which is, of course, ang presidente is nagbe-base sa JBC, 'di ba? Sa Judicial Board. Okay? Yan. Okay. Number 12, which will legally serve as a shadow government to fiscalize the ruling democratic administration. Okay, so fiscalize daw. Okay, bantayan, sabi niya. A, majority Senate. B, churches. C, people power. And D, opposition party. Okay? Okay, ang galing-galing nyo. Yes. Yes, so basically, ang tinatanong niya po is, sino yung nagbabantay sa administration, di ba? Pag nanonood po tayo ng mga away-away ng ano natin, di ba, is administration versus opposition. Okay. Yes. Okay, so kahit yung shadow government is iba yung meaning niyan, pero ang iba talaga yung pinaka-meaning ng shadow government. We understand the question as a whole, okay? So to fiscalize, meaning nagbabantay sa admin, syempre opposition. Okay. Number 13, far from the central government, what is the only region in the Philippines that has its own government as decided by its people? Okay, A, CAR, B, NCR, C, BARM, D, SOCSARGEN. Okay, SOCSARGEN. Okay, so hopefully hindi na naman ako nagli-list. Baka pag pinakinggan ko na naman tong video ko, nagli-list pala ako. Kasi minsan pinapakinggan ko yung video ko kasi minsan mali-mali ba yung nasasabi ko. Alright, very good. Yes, so sabi niya, di ba, its own government. Okay? And ano ba yung letter sa BARM na nag-ano siya sa own government? Ano ba yung letter diyan sa BARM? Okay? Na nagsisignify sa own government. Ano ba 'yon? Letter B, letter A, letter R, letter M at saka letter M. Okay. All right? Yan. Okay, so yeah, so maganda talaga yung pinipiga natin yung yung isip natin, okay? Tayo na mismo yung nag-iisip kung bakit yun yung sagot. Okay? Kaya marami akong question. So hopefully hindi kayo mauta, okay? Baka sabihin nyo, ba't si coach? Tanong ng tanong, imbes na magbigay ng sagot. Okay, yes. So, autonomous. Yes, autonomous. Okay, and then, pag sinabi na yung people ay nagde-decide, it's called plebiscite. Okay, so ituro ko din po yan. Okay, idagdag ko po yun sa ating huling pabaon. Okay, plebiscite. Okay, yan yung people ang nagde-decide. Okay, yan. Okay, so buti na lang walang nabudol sa CAR, kasi may A din yun, administrative region. Okay, so lahat naman po ng provinces na is administrative naman siya. Okay, pero parang kaya kasi nag-CAR kaya linagay na administrative kasi dati hiwa-hiwalay ang CAR. Yon, so pinag-isa siya, okay, para for administrative purpose, okay? Yan, okay? Yes, nakalagay po diyan, 'di ba? Yung BARM is based on Bangsamoro Organic Law. Okay, nakalagay po diyan, BOL. Kaya nakalagay ko na rin po 'yan. Okay, para pag binasa nyo po yung how do you call that? Yung PDF na na-post ko is marami kayong info, okay, na nakikita. Alright, number 14, a law that retroactively changes the legal consequences of an act is called A, Bill of Attainder, B, Habeas Corpus, C, Lex Meteor, and D, Ex Post Facto Law. Okay, so pag gasgas na po kayong sa nakaka-review, dalawa na lang yung pagpipilian nyo yan, okay? At ang galing-galing nyo pa rin. Okay, yes. So, ex post facto law. Okay. So ang ibig niya ang ibig sabihin, okay, for example, retroactive, ibig sabihin pabalik. Okay? So ang example ng ex post facto law is, for example, ngayon, 'di ba? Ngayon is hindi pa criminalize ang libel. Okay? Hindi pa criminalize ang libel. Okay? So for example, nag-libel ang isang tao, 'di ba? Pag after 10 years na criminalize na yung libel, hindi pwede na sabihin mo na criminal ngayon ang libel ay criminal na, ikulong na 'yan. Hindi pwede 'yon. 'Yun ang ibig sabihin ng ex post facto law. Okay? Alright. Ang Lex Meteor naman, parehas din sila na retroactive. Okay, this is also bago for me. Dati alam ko lang ex post facto law. Okay, so sinama ko na lang din yung Lex Meteor, okay, is also retroactive. Okay, so for example, ngayon, okay, for example, ngayon ay 5 years lang. For example, 5 years lang ang murder, halimbawa. Okay, for example lang sabihin mo na 5 years lang yung murder. Okay, ganyan. And then, after a year, bumaba ang ano na ng penalty na ng murder ay 3 years, okay? So, basta as long as hindi pa siya na final judgment, okay, ang makukuha nun, ang makukuha ngayon, yung na-convict ngayon is, or yung na ikakaso ngayon is, ang makukuha niya is yung lesser, okay? Yung lesser penalty, okay? So, yan yung sinasabi ng ng Lex Meteor na more lenient law. Okay? And they are both retroactive. Alright. Okay. Ito yung gasgas na laging lumalabas. A law that inflicts punishment without judicial trial. Okay? Bill of Attainder or Lex Meteor? Okay? Bill of Attainder or Lex Meteor? Gasgas na po to. Pero isinama ko na lang din para more alright. Yes, okay. Very good, okay? At talagang kinumpleto talaga. Bill of Attainder, sabi. Boa constrictor. Ganon. Okay, very good. Yes, so, Bill of Attainder, yes. Okay. So, nakalagay na din sa ating nabasa ko nung kababasa ko sa 1987 Constitution. Okay, so yung Bill of Attainder at saka ex post facto law, are they still applicable? Applicable pa ba sa 1987 Constitution? Yes or no? Y or N? Yes or no? Y or N? Yes or no? Is it still legal or are we still adhering to those sa 1987? Yes, of course. Yes, of course, no. Yes. Okay, so number yan, tama kayo. Alright, so number 15, ito na po yung last ko dito sa sa TikTok. Okay? Yung gusto mag-enroll na lang po, i-PM nyo na lang po ako and sagutin ko right after my live. Okay? Pag natapos ko na po to, kasi itutuloy ko pa po to. Okay? So, ito gawa-gawa ko lang to. Okay? Kasi, pero malay natin kasi baka lalabas. Okay? Which official online platform was launched on August 11, 2025 by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to allow Filipinos to directly report complaints to the government? A. eGov.ph. B. Sumbong mo sa Pangulo. C. Contact Center ng Bayan. And D. Orus. Okay? Bakit sabi mo I? No! Sir Clyde! Ay, sinabi ko. Of course, hindi. Okay. Alright, 15 at bumalimbing si Sir Ang bilis. Okay, very good. Yes, so ang sagot natin dyan ay isumbong mo sa Pangulo. Okay, lagi ko kasing naririnig yan sa news. And alam nyo po ba, pag lagi kayo nanonood sa news, malaking tulong po yun kasi maraming lalabas yan biglaan. Okay? Yan, so sabi ko idagdag ko na to. Yes, so isumbong mo sa Pangulo website. Okay? Yan. There is a difference, okay? Itong contact center ng bayan, okay? Ito naman yung sa this is manned by Civil Service Commission. Okay? So, kung may problema ka, punta ka halimbawa sa NBI, tapos hindi maganda yung pag-asikaso sa'yo, you can contact yung contact center ng bayan. Okay? Ang difference naman niya sa isumbong mo sa Pangulo, okay, is yun yung way baka sabihin na naman pro-BBM ako Kanina baka sabihin pro Duterte ako, ngayon pro BBM. Ayan. Ito namang isumbong mo sa Pangulo, yan naman is yung pag gusto mong i-practice yung yung civic duty mo. Okay? So halimbawa, hindi lang about sa kung ano yung hindi magandang ginawa ng or experience mo sa isang departamento. Okay? Hindi lang 'yon. Okay, for example, may nakita ka na na-witness ka na corruption, yung mga ganon. Okay, so lahat na yon. Okay, so you can just call isumbong mo sa Pangulo website. Okay naman. Itong eGov.ph naman isinama ko na din. Okay, so dahil how do you call that? OFW ako dati. So, parang, napaka-importante itong eGov PH sa amin. Okay, kasi doon nakikita mo lahat. Okay, nakikita mo lahat yung, halimbawa, kahit yung national ID mo, ganyan, pwede mo check yung sa OWA. Okay, so, parang unified siya. Okay, unified siya na pwede ka pwedeng gawin mo lahat yung transaction mo doon. Okay, na it's from different departments. Okay, and then yung ORUS, okay, dinagdag ko tong ORUS kasi bago din sa akin, pumunta ako sa NBI, sa BIR. Okay, kasi prinasas ko yung small business ko. And then sabi niya, ma'am, mag-ano ka na lang sa ORUS, sabi niya. Sabi ko, ano yung ORUS? Ganyan. So, ito is, pwede ka nang gawin mo yung transaction mo, pay taxes, ganyan-ganyan, via ORUS. Okay? Di ba? Ang galing. At least naman, naging tayo. Nagiging digital, lumalaban tayo sa eGov yan lang ang app na ni-install. Okay. Yes. Okay. Alright, so thank you po sa sumama dito sa TikTok. Maraming salamat po sa Wednesday, okay? Full po 'yon, full na video is free, okay? So samahan niyo po ako sa Wednesday. Every Wednesday po 'yon at 10 PM, okay? And then yung mga gustong and then ipopost ko po to yung tong video, okay? Tong from 1 to 15 ipopost ko po. You can watch it in the blue and red app. Red and black app. Hindi ko pwedeng banggitin. And then pwede nyo pong balikan, okay? You can publicly, okay, access it. Alright? Okay. Alright. Thank you po. Thank you. Yan. Okay, so punta na tayo sa Soksay. Kumain na ba kayo, guys? No. Natanong na ata to last session. Yung alin? Ano yung, yung isumbong mo? Yung isumbong? Hindi pa ata. Hindi. Natanong ko ba? Alright. Okay, number 16. What was the first government during the Japanese occupation? Okay, A, Japanese-sponsored republic. B, Japanese military administration. C, Philippine Executive Commission. And D, military government. Okay. So, pwede ba akong subo ng konti, guys? So, nanginginig na ako sa gutom. Ang busy ko kasi kanina, inayos ko yung mga paninda ko, ganyan. Okay. Yon. Okay.